Hey there, Saber friends. SpaceWindu here from the FX Saber forums and the Rebel Armory. Now on the FX Saber forums, I'm now XRCoon. If you try to look me up on there, you can look for XRCoon. This lightsaber here is from my friend John. I know he's really excited about this lightsaber. He's been waiting for like a really long time. This is the KORBANTH MPP Darth Vader. And I set this one up just like, well, not just like, but almost like Django did in his recent MPP video for the Empire Strikes Back style Darth Vader. All except I did keep this clamp right here. I do have the other piece, like the little nub piece that I got offline or online with a bunch of other parts for this, such as the new bubble strip here and some screws for this to make it more accurate, the red wire here, the blue and the white on both sides of the neck there. And this one is set up with the string blade, with my style string blade. So it's a 6-segment string blade that I made for this 7/8 inch blade opening. What you do is you'll just slide the blade right into that plug and tighten it up with the screw that's right here. This one has the Plecter Labs Crystal Focus LS that runs that string blade I told you about. It has over 230 LEDs inside the blade. So I'll show you guys the blade right here. It's got the bullet tip with my drilled out tip for extra lighting. Trans white 7/8 blade tube from the Custom Saber Shop with the male side of the dim plug and some screws there to hold it in place. Okay, so you just like stick the blade in there and then I'm going to tighten this screw. So you just, if you're going to swing this around, you just want to make sure the screw is tight in here, and you can feel it when it touches the blade. On the control box here, like I said, I did this a lot like Django did his, and I have the activation switch at the top here, and this is the auxiliary button, and I do have the Shtok Custom Works insert here for the box to fill it out, and so there's something behind the bubble strip there. So that's Dimitri's work off of Shapeways, I think it was. And there's a few other parts on here. I'm not sure if they're from Dimitri or if they're from a KR store on Etsy. One of the stores on Etsy. A bunch of the screws to make this more accurate over the ones that they give you just with the MPP pack. Well, actually, let me just explain. Like, you guys just saw the sweet red blade. But let me just explain. I turned down the sound volume because this was like the loudest saber that I ever made, and I think it was almost too loud. Like the resonance inside this hilt is amazing, and the speaker's so loud. I actually turned it down from 4 to 3. And there's 6 fonts on here, and the tracks is got like 17 songs or maybe 15 songs and like a long Vader quote, and I kind of set this up with a bunch of different like Vader quotes. You can see the tip is real nice. The 7/8 blade just looks sweet. I mean, it's like, you know, on Rebels or something, one of the lightsabers on Rebels, or sometimes in the comic books they draw like a really thin blade. This just looks great with the Vader. Nice beefy hilt.
Escape is not his plan. plan. I must face him alone.
So this is the awesome Juan Sith Legacy pack for Episode 4, and it's just got the best Vader stuff. I'll show you why.
I sense something. A presence I've not felt since.
So the blade here has a main string with 6 segments, and then a flash on clash string that's white. So when I hit the aux button, or you know, hit the saber hard enough to get the clash,
You should not have come back.
so there's not only Vader breathing, but there's Vader quotes sometimes, like after an event, like after a swing or after a clash.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
So, you know, it's like the fight between Obi-Wan and Vader, and anytime you do the effects, it's like those type of sounds. It's really cool. And as you let it play, sometimes the hum even has some secret sounds in it.
Escape is not his plan. I must face him alone.
So I'm back into the menu right now. I'm just listening to the menu sound for that.
Reset the chamber of a Skywalker.
And this is Juan Sith Legacy for Episode 5 for Empire Strikes Back.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
So this is the same way where, like, if I do something, let's see.
Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker. Obi-Wan.
So if you make a swing or something, it'll interrupt it, but
Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did.
it's just the coolest font for Vader, I think, one of the coolest.
Reset the chamber of a Skywalker. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
So this one is number 3 coming up, and this is by Lord Blako. This one's called Vader 1.
Set your course for the Hoth system. General Veers, prepare your men.
This one's got great ignitions, great sounds from Vader. Really cool.
The ability to destroy a planet. Luke, help me take this mantle.
One of the ones that John requested here was Dark Meat, so this is number 4.
Just for once, let me look on you with my own eyes.
And John, if you want to, you could go in through the R.I.C.E port. I'll show you where that is when I open up the bottom of the hilt onto the custom chassis that I made, and you can use the R.I.C.E port to change the volume back up to 4 if you want it to be louder. I think with the Resonance right now, it's really nice, but it goes super loud. I wouldn't even be able to talk over it on the video, so it's like, we'll see if one of the fonts is remaining at 4, but I think I turned them all down to 3 just now because it was loud in my house, so.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Okay, so that's the menu sound for font number 5, which is the Vader OT for Original Trilogy. This is by Genesis Custom Sabers, Mad Cow. Really awesome. Let's check this one out real quick. This one's got it's awesome ignition, just obviously Obviously, just like Vader, it's called Vader OT. And there's different ignitions and stuff like that. Clashes sound just like Vader.
You may take Captain Solo to Jabba the Hutt after I have Skywalker.
He's no good to me dead.
He will not be permanently damaged.
So there's one font that John wanted to be unstable, and that's the 6th font, Spitfire by Mad Cow, Genesis Custom Sabers.
Skywalker's just landed, Lord.
Good. See to it that he finds his way in here.
So this one has like the depth and stuff and the random turned up, so it looks like as wild as can be. As you can see, it's like flickering pretty heavy. Some of the fonts have the blaster on random like this, where you could see the segments flicker, and then I think 1 or 2 of them just have a solid blade set up, but all of them, the Flash on Clash white strip glows when you do the Clash or a blaster or a lockup. Alright, I want to just show you guys the inside. I just spent a lot of time making a custom chassis for the interior of this lightsaber. So what you do is you just unscrew the side panel a little bit, and we have the black inserts instead of the metal ones, or they're still metal but they're just black colored anodized inserts there. So what you do is you just unscrew the bottom once you loosen that center clamp. Of course, you could take off the pommel individually if you want. The speaker's right there at the bottom, and unscrew. Okay, so there's the Crystal Focus LS board. It's held in place with a couple nylon plastic screws from the Custom Saber shop. And then the rest of the parts I kind of made by hand. There's some bars that hold the board in place. There are some just other like hand carved parts that I attached to blade tube pieces, and what you can see is that there's 3 different blade types that I use. I use an enhanced red, which you see the main part, a amber enhanced ring right here, and a Dayblade red portion, which is around a metal pipe. So I don't know if you could see, there's a metal actually underneath the blade tubing. There is a metal cylinder, holds the speaker pod from the Custom Saber shop with the 2-watt bass speaker. This chassis also holds the 7.4 lithium ion power pack, which is charged through the charger right here. And like I spoke about the R.I.C.E port before, that's here. And the Saber still operates, you know, with the bottom half off. And the cool part is, like, I installed these purple LEDs as a bar graph, inside the blade tubing, so you just get this really cool effect, this glow, especially in the enhanced red part. But basically, you know, throughout the entire chassis is this sweet glow. You can see one of the purple LEDs behind there. So if I hold down the lockup, it kind of goes crazy. So that's what I kind of spent a lot of time on, was making this custom chassis for this. So I hope you guys like the way that looks. This is my Darth Vader MPP KORBANTH lightsaber for John.